Hey Betty, how are you? Hope you're doing amazing. Hi. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Aw. I was debating what I wanted to do. My daughter just went to sleep for a nap. And I haven't gone on live today yet, so I figured I was either watch a movie or come on here. I'm probably gonna watch a movie. I wanted to continue to listen to music, but I can listen to music later too. I was loading videos on YouTube right now, so I can do that with the volume down while I'm doing this. So I'm loading videos. Some already loaded. I still have to put the tags and stuff like that in the name, but I had gotten some food today. Ordered through DoorDash. Um, Not everybody knows about DoorDash because it depends on your country and stuff and what delivers there. I had kind of a not cool moment where I ordered some food and then they put all the food in it. Like, for example, we bought a sandwich. I bought my daughter a macaroni and cheese grilled cheese sandwich. So they put macaroni and cheese on the grilled cheese. There was barely anything in the bread to make a sandwich. And then the soup mainly had broth and barely any food in it. So it was like when you're spending $7, $10 for the item and there's barely anything. Tell me how you'd feel if you bought something spending $7, $8, $10 for something like a soup or a sandwich and there was barely anything in it. How would you feel if you got ripped off? You know what I mean? Like, how would you feel you spend $7, $8, $10 for something or more, and there's barely any food? Like, literally, the sandwich barely had anything in it. Okay, thank God the Lord took care of it. And I'm not a picky eater. I'm a very grateful person. I don't like to confront stuff like that. I don't want to be mean. You know what I mean? But it really bothered me. And then being a single mom on top of it was kind of like, whoa. So of course I said something and I got refunded. We got the food. We ate it, but the thing is the food would taste better if there was more ingredients. You know what I mean? Like, okay, for example, the soup wasn't bad, but it barely had anything in it. It's the fact that I spent seven something and there's barely any food in it. Even if it was small, they should have put more vegetables. It's like I was paying for the liquid. It's like, okay. Like, seriously. And if they were running out of ingredients, usually you're supposed to have that on stock anyways, then don't make the item, you know what I mean? So so that was not cool. And then I other than that, it's whatever. I mean, but then I treated myself some sushi and stuff from the grocery store. So that sushi was pretty good. So other than that, it's pretty good. Yours? Hey Victor, you want to be my guest? My daughter's sleeping. You can join it as a guest if you want. That's if you're available. I need guests. Anybody want to be a guest? I need guests. This is my time to shine right now. My daughter's sleeping, so here's your time to talk to mama. Here's your time to talk to mommy while baby girl's sleeping. Sleeping. Hey, everybody. Wow, look. It's just me and everybody's coming. Hey, you all. Hi, everybody. If everybody wants to show some love and support, there is a free spin on here. If you have not done it, you're you could just spin that if you would like to. That would be cool. If not, that's fine. I appreciate you just coming and stuff. So I'm a single mom. I love to sing. I love to dance. I love to cook. I love to eat. I love different variety. I love animals. I love to be there for people. I love to give advice when I can. I'm looking for people to get to know. If you have Snapchat, I do have Snapchat. I have Instagram. So, okay, hey. Cool. That helps. See, I don't understand how come a lot of people. I don't understand when people come to the room, they don't even invite people. I was like, hello. Some people do. Actually, I get hit on more than anything. I was like, you can at least share the invite. I mean, geez.
A lot of people don't. Like, I'm actually getting ready to leave here in a little while. I got a little bit of a date tonight, so.
I had one guy. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I had one guy. I don't want to say his name because he walks in. I understand, like, people looking for love. I get that. Okay. Fine, I get it. But I didn't come on here for dating. I mean, yes, that's a bonus if it works out, but I'm thinking to myself, I'm looking for goals and I got all these guys lined up, like heading. That wasn't my goal. I mean, it was nice to hear the compliments, you know what I mean? Because, we all need to hear it, but that part was nice. But when they're trying to get me off the whole, now, and I actually did, I'm like, what am I doing? I'm like, I'm like, I'm not reaching my goals if I get off the cam. So, like, and then I never even did the call. And then he keeps calling me. I'm like, I can't just jump on the call anytime I want. I got a little girl. Jeez.
Right.
Yeah, whatever. Have you had that happen with the women or anything?
No. No one here fucking wants me, so no. Like, not a lot of people even want me, so it's like, no.
I don't know why it's hard to hear you. I have the maybe some. Hold on. All right. Sometimes with the headphones, you can hear better. It might be this laptop though. It's old.
Could be.
But then again, with music and stuff, depending on the song, sometimes it's like the movie. Sometimes
I've only been listening to one or two artists as of lately. I've been I'm getting ready to go see Kid Rock in concert, and I've been listening to all this shit, and never realized how much the thing is Kid Rock has so many banger after bangers. It's like, oh my god, this is how much I didn't pay attention to him. It's like, he's good. And there's some people like, oh, he's washed up, he's old. It's like, he's old, but he's talking truth.
Right.
Y'all listen to people that just talk shit to talk shit. He might talk shit, but at least you can say he's talking real shit. He's not expressing something that's not true. Nowadays we're all gonna used to listen to rappers that are just talking shit, and which is fine. You talk shit, just talk shit. But Kid Rock is like a old time rock and rollist. It's like, you at least say he's talking real shit.
Right.
He's not just talking it.
Right. A lot of them do use, well, depending on the person, I guess. I mean, some of them get other people's songs, but even singers and mainly singers, I guess. But because actors and actresses too. I mean, I guess it depends. Some of them, their story is really based on what it is. Sometimes they get somebody else's song, but they're not going to be drawn to just any song just because they like it. It might touch them in a way where they might experience the same thing that person went through. You never know.
Right.
So
exactly.
Like, for example, you know who Kelly Clarkson is?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I still know her talk show. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I listen to praise music, but lately I've been finding myself drawn to bears and all of them, and the Lord had me praying for them, and that's probably why I've been paying attention. He wanted me to pray for them. Well, anyways, so I came across Kelly Clarkson at one point, and she was just crying. I didn't know that she was going through a divorce and all this stuff. I mean, unless the Lord showed me stuff, because I'm gifted in that area, so I'll see visions and stuff. Anyways, so and she was just open her heart about something, about a song. I think it was written by or whatever, but she was crying about her dad and stuff like that, like whatever she went through. That song she sang. I'm trying not to get emotional because just thinking about it makes me want to cry. But I'm very sensitive, so I can
I am too.
so I can feel somebody else. For example, me, don't laugh or anything, okay? And it might just be how the Lord gifted me in that area, and I'm very aware because I learned you have to be careful what you speak. So I'm teaching my daughter; she's almost 5, and I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm working on it, but I'd be like, Jocelyn, we can't be talking about evil stuff and this and that in our play. I was like, because I'm just talking about praying and stuff and trying to get her to do the praying and stuff in the play, I mean, like Barbies or something, because while we do that, she's going to think about that. I'm going to think about that. But when I was doing it, I was literally, no lie, I was crying. I felt like I was playing that role as that person. You know what I mean? So that tells
Yeah.
you, even in your playing with your, if that's hitting, like, even though it wasn't us, but our voice is speaking as a person, or maybe we're playing a role of something else in the play, or maybe we're listening to a movie, I mean, watching a movie or a song. It's like, even though we're
Yeah.
not that person, it's like we are. It's like we're listening to. It's like we can feel their emotions, like we're that person. So
Yeah.
it made
No,
me
absolutely.
think
Like,
about that.
no, you're not far off. Like, I mean, like I kind of get that same way. Like, I can kind of hear and
Right.
see shit. It's weird. Like, I mean, there's even times I'm at work and like I'll see like a flash of something, thinking it's right in front of me. Like, rather if it's an item or a thing or
Right.
somebody, and it could just be from a corner glimpse, like not just all the way of a total look. It can just be like, oh, whoa, what the fuck was that? And
Right.
and there's times where it's like, wait a minute, like, I just kind of sit back and I mean, I don't really stop doing what I'm doing. I have to keep going. But I mean, there's times where my brain just kind of stopped and thinking about where it's like, what could that possibly mean? And I think I might know what it means, but at the same time, like, what does that possibly mean? Or
Right.
maybe it doesn't mean anything. Maybe it might mean something I'm not aware of and gotta look further into. And a lot of people told me, well, maybe you can go into like motivational speaking for a career. Well, they can be like a side thing, sure. And because I have friends all over the world. Like, I just went to go see Chris Stapleton not so long ago, and his bass player liked my Instagram picture. Not sure how. I'm not even open to those kind of people, but it was his bass player the night of the concert here in Michigan. I was like, what the fuck. And because my work mom and I went together, and I texted my mom, I'm like, guess what, and she's like, oh my god, it's like fucking incredible. I'm like, I know, like, I don't even know how that happened, and it was just the wildest thing. And it's like, I'm starting to reach people like news stations here in Detroit. I'm starting to reach them. I'm starting to put my name for it, and
Right.
I mean, not sure what my name's worth, but I mean, I think it's starting to get around. I mean, it's nothing to really brag about. I don't really care, but I
You know,
mean, it's something
I'm
I
sorry.
keep close, but I
I'm
don't really
I'm not
care.
trying to cut you off, but like downloading a lot of thoughts. So, I told you I was gifted, and I'm guessing you are too. And the Lord shows me things about people. As you're talking, I keep hitting things in my heart about you. Like, I keep seeing things. And see, years ago, there was this guy I used to talk to, and I just had a vision. I said, "Put the gun down," and he had a gun in his hand. Like, I see visions and I see things, and I usually, it depends on the person's situation. Sometimes the Lord will reveal them as I'm talking, and sometimes I'll see more after the talking, especially if there's a lot going on in a life. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
you mentioned drums. That came in my heart when you mentioned it. Um, you're talking about some other stuff, and that hit me. I don't know why, but when you're talking about being a speaker, I had pasture in my heart. I just pictured you going to like prisons and stuff, talking to people.
Maybe not as far as that. I
Have
mean,
you ever thought
I went
about
through
that?
my
I mean, do you know anybody that's ever went to jail or anything?
no. I've known people that have went to jail, but they're all out by now. And I went through my open heart surgery, so I'm very careful on who I share
Right.
my story with. Like, I've now only gone through it once. I'm actually about to go through it again this fall. So I'm going through it a second time in just a matter of 4 years' time. And I mean, do I talk about it much? Not as much as I used to. Like, I'll bring it up to people I love and care about because they all know, hey, he's about to go through it. Leave him alone. Don't bully him. Leave him be. And but I share my story with people I love and care about, and
That's good.
it's something I'm proud of and whatever. And I mean, whatever happens will happen. And I mean, am I scared of anything happening to me? No, I'm with good surgeons, good doctors, and I've even reached people as far as former WWE wrestlers like Mark Merrow.
Hmm.
He responded back to my Instagram DM. He's a former WWE wrestler. I've gotten names like that, and I'm not sure how, but I just have. It's just I've reached out. Baseball players even. Bass players of bands, and it's like, damn. Not sure my name's getting out there, but it's getting some kind of publicity. Not sure how, but it's getting there. I mean, is it something to be proud of? Sure. I mean, to some extent. I don't brag about it. I'm not like, oh, well, I'm not an asshole. I mean, if I ever became famous because of these things reaching out to me, I'd be like, cool, be a little famous. How about family? That's cool. But not something to be like, too good for you. Nah, fuck that shit. Been there, done that. Like, I'm not an asshole. I'm a very nice person. I'm not once like, oh, if I became famous, you can all fuck off. Nah, like, fuck that. I've been there before. I've seen it. Won't ever do it. I've lost a lot of friends already, so it's like I don't gotta be an asshole for no reason. You know what I mean? Like I'm just a straight up guy that's just looking for good people and loving and caring person that can't seem to land the same kind of pool. Not sure why.
Where is everybody?
So I don't know. I mean, I have my ways, but you know, just not a lot of people are so understanding anymore. It's just kind of weird to see that. Like I don't know, but I've came across a lot of good people in my life, so that's what counts.
Well, there are people like me that's very understanding, but other people would twist it because they don't realize because we might think differently. And like I've had to step away. I haven't meant I'm trying to word this without speaking bad. Like I've had an issue with a lot of people, and I realize part of it is spoke the mountain. Like in the Bible, it talks about speaking the mountain. So if we speak the problem constantly, what are we gonna get? We're gonna keep getting that mountain. We defeat, right? All that negative. We're creating that. Of course, I've had a hard time letting go. So I'm working
Yep.
on watching what I speak because I'm creating what I create. There's times where I just got really upset and frustrated because of all the stuff we've been going through. And and then being a single mom, juggling around my little girl, juggling around my mom, juggling with my dad, getting cut off during my goals over and over to the point where I've had enough of this. Like I understand people mean to, but it's like when you're a single mom and you got goals and dreams you've been waiting on for years, you're trying to move forward for you and your child, you're trying to do the Lord's work, you're trying to put the Lord first, you're trying to do this, you're trying to let go of all these, it's just a little too much all at once. So I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
over here trying to do lives and and YouTube and I'm trying to build the channel so we can make a living, and then as I'm doing this, talking and listening, I just keep having all these things downloaded in me. Like instead of trying to do all the work at home because I've been cutting down, by just me sharing the love of the Lord, sharing my story of stuff I've been through, just being real like I normally would, that works for me. I do that the best more than anything. If I can share my stories with somebody and listen and try to be there for them as much as even if it's during live, then I did my part.
Yeah.
Maybe not everything else worked out. Maybe it's just because that's just how my life has been, and it's made me frustrated and angry. And
Sure.
I feel
I
like
mean,
I'm waiting. Why is it I'm waiting a million years for Prince Charming to walk in, and everybody else can get it just like that? Okay, not everybody, but you know what I mean. I feel like I'm
but a
like,
lot of people. No, my funny thing you actually bring that up. It's really funny you actually bring that up because like my buddy and I, who I'm actually close with from high school, believe it or not. There is a few people from high school I'm really close with, and actually, that's who I'm going on a date with tonight. Is somebody I still in high school with, and she's not ready for anything yet, like as far as dating goes, and I'm not either. She wants to take the time out to mature and make sure we're doing this right. Me too. Like
thank you,
I'm glad she's
y'all.
like
Thank you.
I'm glad that she's kind of watching out. Where she's like, hey, I'm not ready for this yet. And that's why I mature up, get to know each other more, and which we have been. We've been hanging out for 6 months. It's been a good time so far. But I'm glad she's not rushing it. I'm not either. I'm like, hey, I respect that. Me neither. And it's been a good time hanging out. We've been happy with each other's company. She's a good time. She's funny. She's silly. But I mean, is she gonna be the princess if I walk in my life? I hope so. But if she's not the one, then that's fine too. Like usually I get sad and down on myself, and I'm thinking, what? If you're not the one that's meant for me, that's okay. We can still maintain friendship and walk away. I'll go find someone else that wants me for me. And that's fine. I can't. You don't want to be the girl that stays in my life forever. Okay, fine. I accept it. I'll walk away with a smile on my face. I'm not about to see. I'm not about to show you my tears of sadness. Like I've given that to other people before,
Right.
where the wrong people have hurt me, and I've cried and cried, and then those are the wrong people to share my tears with. And if she ends up not wanting me for me like that, like in the future, then fine. I'll walk away with a smile on my face. I won't cry over it. I'll just smile and be like, "Hey, thanks for the time, for the friendship, communication."
Thank you,
That's it.
guys. Thank you.
Just kind of walk away with a smile. Like I'm not gonna be like, "Oh, fuck you." I normally wouldn't just be like, "Fuck you," walk away. I'd be like, "Yeah, thanks for the time, friendship, time together." But unfortunately, our time is coming to a close. Okay, oh cool. I did my part. Touched someone's life for a while, and that's it. Don't find someone else. That's it. I'm not. That's a good way to look at it. I've done good. I'm proud of myself. I've done well. I've learned a lot, and if she's not the one, I'll find somebody. I'm sure.
Right.
And if it's not for the next 10 years, then I'll go have fun with myself for 10 years.
Part of it is just
come back.
Part of it is just finding someone that you can just click with, that you can see eye to eye with, and be treated equally.
Right.
I've struggled with that. Like, there could be a lot of guys that say I'm beautiful or just this. That's just words, yes. But it's also making sure you get along and you see eye to eye and you be treated equally. Because if somebody can't be sensitive to my feelings, like know when to back off, but be there the right way that I need, I don't know how.
Right.
You know what I mean? That plays a big role in me, because I've had guys cheated and that, and I know it's because they weren't the right one. But at those times, I was hurting inside. I was looking for love in all the wrong places because of the stuff I've been through, and I just kept repeating a pattern. I did the opposite what I wanted. I know deep down I wanted to wait for marriage. I wanted, Prince Charming. I've been drilled so in my head, like no guy's gonna do that to me because the lifestyle I went in, and now I'm trying to prevent my daughter from going through that. You can tell it's a touchy subject, so I'm trying not to cry, but it's okay. I've done videos before. Maybe people need to see that. I don't know, because they can understand that deep down you're grieving inside, and sometimes you spent so many years not grieving that you need to let it out, and it helps set you free in those areas.
Exactly.
I need closure. I still need closure. Just having somebody that I can get along with, because I've tried to open to my sister. I told you in the beginning when you came on, and even though I never met her, we started to get closer a bit, but I blocked her on my other Facebook, because my main Facebook got deleted, because she was trying to say she didn't want to hear about God. Fine, but the thing is, I've been told that so much, that I've been drilled so much in my head. I have to be a certain way. I can't be like this. Even in you can tell it's a touchy subject. I'm trying not to cry. Like, I've been told so much in my head that makes me not want to talk, because I don't know how to act, what to say, because somebody always had something wrong to say about it. You know what I mean? So if you were in that situation, which you probably have been at some point, how would you feel? It would make you feel like you can't talk because somebody's twisting something or labeling you totally opposite. She got upset because my biological dad, I have not met him yet. I was not ready to meet him because I was trying to submit and respect my mom because of stuff in their past. Sure. Anyways, I guess I'll just say anyways, even though it's gone. Alright, you guys. So, I'm trying not to say too much information, but if it can help other people, how would you feel, though, if you've been in that situation, which I'm sure a lot of people can be, and you want to meet your biological family, and I understand forgiveness and all that stuff, but they're already labeling you and misunderstanding you, maybe because they're not trying to be like that, but you're already trying to let go and get healing from other stuff in your past because other people did that to you, but then you finally want to meet your biological family, but then they do it. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. So anyways, I had to block my sister because I've already been going one thing after another and trying to better me and my daughter's life. Jeez. and I barely talked to my biological dad. I kept trying to get rides out there, but she made it sound like I wasn't trying and stuff like that. But it's not true because I was. So, anyways, I had to just let it go. I have to do what's better for us, even though I was kind of like, what the heck? I want to build a relationship with her, but it's whatever, you know. I can only do so much. I just want to focus positives and be there, and I just want to be an example for others. I want to speak life into everybody. I want to be able to listen and do all those good things to be there for people. So, all right.
Sorry,
It's
my mom
so funny.
called me. But anyways,
It's
no,
so
like I
funny.
think like I personally think though you seem to be an all in all good person, and as far as I can tell it, and honestly, what I was about to say before I got cut off is don't let people get to you. I mean, it's easier said than done. It took me a long time for that not to happen, but don't look for closure from these people that have hurt you. And let me tell you why. Because if you're looking for closure in someone else, don't do that because you're going to close out someone else that's new in your life because you're now looking for closure for someone that's already hurt you. That's done and over,
No,
unfortunately.
that's not what I mean at all. No, I get what you're trying to say. What I mean is, I just need it in general because I've been through a bad marriage. I've been through bad. I've had
Okay.
suicidal thoughts. I've had
Ooh.
demonic stuff, really demonic stuff. Like in my sleep, I
Yeah.
had to bite and fight back, and not many people know about it. But one day I'll probably have a book. And so I went through an astral travel, some crazy stuff. I don't know why I'm telling you this. Maybe somebody in your life can hear the story one day. Who knows? But I
Okay.
don't just tell everybody that. And I know I'm saying it during my life, but I don't care. If somebody else, I never want somebody to go through spinal issues like I have, demonic stuff, seeing, hearing them, because
Channel right here.
even though I've been nice, I had to fight my life, and I didn't have to go to real hell because in all reality, I was already hearing and seeing it. I was already being lifted up in my sleep, and crazy things happening. I had to get the word of God in me to fight back. Like I literally
Well,
would
that's what.
lay next to the Bible, and when I started getting growing in the Lord, I started taking authority over tornadoes, and it works. You take authority over that tornado, and it will be in the name of Jesus. I started taking authority over my family, and it honestly works. I'm not saying I've been perfect, but I had a lot of stuff he had to get out of me. And I did a lot of wrongs because of stuff I went through. And I'm very protective, sensitive, and strong. I'm not saying I haven't yelled. I'm not saying I haven't swore at times because of the hurt, because of stuff I've been around. But are you kidding me?